Hello, how are you today? Today is Friday. I'm wearing a Rolling Stone shirt. This video was not brought to you by the Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones is one of those kind of bands like the Beatles or Led Zeppelin or something. You can't really imagine them saying, like Mick calling the bandmates and say, "Hello, mates. Let's all meet at the garage and we'll practice a little bit of our thing before we have our gig at the pub on Saturday." These big mega stadium rock bands. Think about them at the beginning stages. I saw Van Halen at those stages when they were Mammoth. I think the first time I saw them were they Broken Combs. They were either Broken Combs or Mammoth when I first saw them. When Van Halen became Van Halen. Van Halen. It's weird because Van Halen is the last name of the two brothers, and David Lee Roth is the one that thought that'd be a good name, like Carlos Santana, Van Halen, one of those two names. But anyway, yeah, it's not brought to you by the Rolling Stones. No manager still. No manager. I can't seem to get a manager. I think what it is, I just don't pay enough. I don't have enough money to pay. If the channel is ever successful, I can pay more money, but no one's going to believe that. If you say, hey, come on board now with the amount of money I can afford, and as I grow, I'll give you more money. So if I give them a percentage of the channel, they might say, hey, I'll do it. But the channel doesn't make you money. So if I give someone 10, I'll give you an additional 10% of what the channel makes. Making $5 a month, that's an extra 50 cents. So come on by, I'll give you 2 quarters. That's like your allowance in 1975. But yeah, so I had a lot of trouble with that. So anyway, down there, please subscribe. Today I have to go to the Veterans Administration Hospital. Thank you to all of you that pay your taxes. We thank you for your support. At least I do. Veterans, thank these people for their support, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be doing this. People always say, well, if it wasn't for us veterans, we'd be speaking German or whatever, or Chinese, or we'd be speaking, I don't know. We don't speak English. We speak American. So we did defeat we gave the British a what for, didn't we, a couple of times. But yeah, thank you so much for your support. I'm going to go get my foot looked at. I had to go to podiatry. My foot last night, that's the weirdest thing. It's been feeling okay. Haven't had any pain. I've been doing what they say, washing my foot, putting the ointment on, covering with the Band-Aids, taking the antibiotics. I ran out the antibiotics on Wednesday night, as prescribed. I took them. It was like I just should have had more, and I didn't. I used the amount they told me to use, and it stopped, and I had pain in my toe. Oh no, man, what's this? A lot of pain in the toenail. So at 11:30, I took some ibuprofen. At 1 o'clock, I went to bed, thinking, okay, I'm going to go to bed at 1, and I probably will have trouble sleeping, but I'll stay in bed till 9. So that's 8 hours. Sometimes we don't get 8 hours of sleep, but we get 8 hours of at least rest by being in bed. But it hurts so much. I try everything, elevating it, turning to my side this way, turning the foot this way, doing whatever, and it just was going to hurt. So I feel, well, okay, if I go to bed if I'm in bed and I can't sleep at 3:30, I can wake up and take some more. I took 400 milligrams, and I can take another 400 milligrams at 3:30 if I can't sleep. So I go to sleep. I was still, what's called, not cognizant. So I was aware of the time, because I want to make sure I can get up and take this medicine if I needed it, another 400 milligrams. But I fell asleep. That was about 2:15, 2:30, about 2:30, I guess. So I thought, okay, I didn't think about this while I was awake, but I was thinking, I can at least get some sleep. So really, if I slept from 2:30 to 9, that's like 6.5 hours sleep. But my dog Ellen, the lab pit mix, she has an owie on her neck and an owie on her leg. She's gonna get removed. Hopefully it's not cancer. Last time it was cancer, so this time I don't think it is. It's more of a fat deposit, they think. Arnold said it's not a tumor, but I think he might not be right. I don't know, who knows. But anyway, they think it's some kind of a fat deposit on there. She's already had her blood work. She's had her x-rays, and she's had her medicines. She's taken one in her mouth, the Bordello, and two shots in her, one in her shoulder and one in her, but she doesn't care about the shots. She doesn't like anything going in her mouth. Maybe she has a gag reflex. I don't know. but she Bordetella, is that what it is? I don't know. She she is having that done on the 10th of April. But she decided, no, you cannot sleep till 9 o'clock because I'm gonna start barking at 6:30. So I had to get up. I opened the slide door. Ellen, shut up, and she will. She'll just shut up, and she knows I'm not very happy with her. I don't hit her. I will sometimes throw water on her. She's a lab, so she likes water, but she doesn't like, that kind of water. She likes the hose, or dancing in the sprinklers, or that kind of stuff, or going in a lake, but she doesn't like water thrown on her with a no. So she woke up. She woke up at 6:30 this morning, so I'm a little bit on the sleepy side. I'll have to supplement with caffeine. I like to drink coffee anyhow, but I'll have to drink more coffee when I get down to the VA. So I'm yawning. I'm gonna hop in the shower at 10, and then I'll probably shave because I may be filming on Sunday. Today's Friday. I may be. I like to try. A lot of times you'll see me. I'll have a big, almost like a beard. But what I used to do is I shave twice a week. When I was in the military, I shaved 7 days a week. Every single morning I had to shave. Even if I wasn't working, I still had to shave because you're always on duty 24/7. So you always had to, if you're going to be out, if I'm in the house, I wouldn't have to. If I leave the house, I'd have to be clean shaved. I'd have to be within my military bearing. What's your military bearing? But so at 10 o'clock, I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to head on down there, probably leaving here about 11. Go to that appointment. And then maybe this evening I have something. I'm not sure. And then I have something on Sunday. They're going to do a Zoom meeting, a Zoom thing, and that will be something. You hear an alarm clock in the background. I can't do anything about it. There's an alarm clock going off. Hopefully it'll stop. But there's an alarm. I'll talk louder. Alarm! Wake up, everyone! But yeah. So I may have that. I have a Zoom which is attached to another project that I'll be filming coming up soon. So a lot of work coming in now. Not great money work, but work. That's the thing I keep talking about. You have to kind of put them all together. But today, medical setback hopefully is over. Hopefully it won't be over because I still have the owie on my foot. And it hurt last night, so I'll have to see what's going on with that. They say a lot of times the pain will be from an ingrown toenail, but I've had an ingrown toenail before I knew I was diabetic, but it's not that. I've had the bone infection. It's not that. It just hurt. Sometimes we just have to hurt. So that should be wrapped up. There are new videos, not nude videos, not nude. No, I said the word nude. Well, I'll probably get, YouTube will probably block me on something. They just blocked me because I said the word baby butter. Baby butter. I did a video. If you go back that way, I'm trying to point. I'm pointing to the right, which means that this should be pointing left. This is my right hand. But if I go like this, hey, back. It should look like I'm pointing to the left. Now, I always point to the left because if you read a book, and so let me go back, you go to the left. You kind of flip it left to right. So, but I did one about baby butter, and it's a short. It's only 60 seconds long, and they're blocking it. Well, they said it can't be monetized because I said something wrong in the video. All I said is baby butter. So maybe they think I'm talking about making butter out of a baby, or maybe they think I'm sniffing a baby and putting butter on the baby. Everybody loves the smell of buttered popcorn. Maybe they like the smell of babies with butter or buttered babies. I don't know. It's crazy. So that's on there. I did another video talking about the contest. We now have 3 people that have entered the contest. 3. And the contest will be drawn. The drawing will be held on the 9th of April. And today is, the 22nd? So we have, 18 more days until then? About 18 days, I guess, until it's going to be drawn. Make sure you watch the video back that way. If you go over there, you'll see the video shot last night. We'll give you the instructions of how to find the video. But if you are on here on YouTube, which you are if you're watching this, all you have to do is look for the video about the comment picker or the comment contest. It's a contest for comments. You don't even have to subscribe, but if you do subscribe, if you're on the if you enter a comment, you'll be entered in the contest. If you were a member or a subscriber between March the 9th and April the 9th, you'll get a second prize. So you'll get a prize for being a subscriber, and you'll get a second prize mailed to you. You'll get the prize mailed to you with a second prize mailed probably the same day, maybe a day or two in between. The big one, the big prize, the actual contest prize will be mailed first. They may be mailed on the same day, but the bonus prize will be after that. So they may be mailed on the same day. You may get the bonus before you get the other one, depending, because one's gonna be an envelope and one's gonna be a box. So I'm not sure, is priority mail box faster than general delivery mail? I don't know. But that's what's going on there. There's some silliness on there. There's some seriousness on there. We're talking about how to make foods that are zero carbs. I have two things in there right now, completely zero carb meals. When I do some of these, am I hungry? Yes, I do get hungry sometimes, so I have to drink some water. People go, "Oh my God, I don't want to. I can't do this. I'll be hungry." Well, you may have to. You may have to. I know I have to. Yeah, I was at a weight level I couldn't be at anymore, so I had to reduce that, and I had to be a little hungry sometimes. Like, oh man, I'm a little bit hungry. And what I'll do sometimes is just drink maybe 2 glasses of water, maybe like size of a coffee cup, be able to drink that. And sometimes that'll suffice. Other times I might have to eat a little bit of a snack. If I have to take medication, sometimes I do have to take medication that say eat with food. Now sometimes I can have it with a 8-ounce glass of milk, or maybe like a roll up where I take a little, maybe half an ounce of cheese and put that in a couple pieces of ham. There's some videos of that back there too. If you go to the playlist for the low carb foods I make, the low carbs, you'll see me actually making food, cooking and making things and talking about different things I do that are low carb or zero carb. But sometimes you will get hungry. I do get hungry. I'm pretty sure you will too. But that's part of the whole thing. I think we have to get a little bit hungry because we may have eaten a little bit too much in the past. It kind of, you can't erase what you did in the past. Well, I'm not going to eat that. Or, well, wait a minute, I ate a large pizza, and I probably had a slice or two, but I ate all 12 slices. Oh, I'll just erase that. Oh God, I ate 5 scoops of ice cream with hot fudge. You can't erase that. So now, with getting back into what needs to be done, you talk to your doctor, talk to your nutritionist, talk to your whoever, dietitian, pharmacist, whatever. You may have to bring it down a little bit. You brought it up. I brought it up. No one brought it up for us. Even if your mom cooked for you, you don't have to eat 4 servings of spaghetti. Maybe just eat 1. It's our fault. It's your fault for you and my fault for me. It's not my fault for you or your fault for me. It's no one's fault but mine. I have no one else to blame but myself. I actually have a video, go back that way, about who do we blame. So I have to do that. You, on the other hand, who knows? Some people are too skinny and they have to eat more. I was too fat and I have to eat less. So everybody says, all you have to do is eat less and exercise more. Like, they know. How do they know what I need to do? They probably don't even know what they need to do. If you're fat too, you probably don't know. Maybe you don't know either. Yeah, for me, wasn't necessarily eat less. It was eat better and definitely exercise more. I was kind of in a sedentary lifestyle, working jobs where I was sedentary. So think about when you're on set, when you're an actor, some days you might be playing a mailman and you're walking around and you're handing the mail. Hi, Susan. How's that new truck running? Oh, the new truck is great. Oh, it sure is a pretty vehicle. Hi there. Hi, Mrs. Abigail. And you walk. And other times you play a guy at a call center. You have one of those little things in your ear with a little like this. Thank you for calling the bank. How are you today? And you're sitting the whole time. So sometimes you get free exercise. Walk. So you got to wear the sunscreen. And I always put sunscreen everywhere, but I'm not sure exactly what the outfit's going to be, because if they're going to give me a costume, it could be a short sleeve postal worker shirt, as we used to say, mailman, or it could be the long one, and sometimes yes hat, and sometimes no hat. So I do have a gray floppy hat that kind of goes with anything like that. If you're a meter reader, if you're working as a construction person, maybe on the road raking leaves or something, you could wear that hat. It's an all-purpose kind of outdoor hat, and usually they'll let me wear it. But sometimes you wear that little jungle hat, what they call the pit hat. I can't remember. You could wear that if you're a postal worker, but you never know. You may be seated for 16 hours. Hopefully you get 16 hours. That's golden time. Maybe you'll be seated. You may, okay, let's come on in, guys. Have your breakfast. We eat our breakfast and we sit, and maybe we sit all the way through lunch. So I've been basically seated. Take a couple of breaks, run for the bathroom, maybe get a cup of coffee. But I mean, I would be seated for 4, maybe 5 hours, just sitting down. But if I'm the mailman, I'm walking 4 or 5 hours, and I'll get 15,000 steps easy in a day of filming. Or if I'm seated and I don't walk around at lunchtime or breakfast time, whatever times we're allowed to eat, I try to eat fast. Not fast, but I don't get sick, or that's a negative. But I eat my food. If we get an hour for lunch, sometimes an hour and a half before they call us back. If I eat in 15 minutes, I can still, as long as I can see what's going on and see if they call me back to work, and it's not too hot outside, I can walk around the tent or the trailers, or walk around the building, whatever, and maybe get that way. I was in one studio at Paramount, and when I was at the studio, this film stage hooked onto this film stage, and when I walked around the whole thing, it was a quarter mile. It was a quarter mile. So you do that 4 times on your lunch, you just pick up a mile. And you got to think that way. How can I do this? How can I pick this up? So plenty of water for me. Got to stay hydrated. Got to stay moving. Got to stay moving. Got to get that diet correct. So this is not a diet channel. This is not a weight loss channel. This is a healthy lifestyle channel from the top of our heads to the bottom of our feet. How are you doing? How are you doing? I really want to know. Put it in the comments. How are you doing? Give me a tip. What tip can you give me? What can I do to improve my health? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. It's not let me end this. Now I can end it. Have a nice weekend.